Hello, friends. Welcome to another episode of Backyard Biology. Backyard Biology will be starting shortly. If you'd like, type in an emoji of your favorite animal or plant or anything else that deals with biology in the comments below. We will be starting shortly. Hello, friends. Welcome to another episode of Backyard Biology. The show will start shortly. If you'd like, please type in your favorite animal or emoji in the comments below. Hello there, friends. Welcome to another episode of Backyard Biology, where ecological encounters are closer than you may think. If you don't know me, I'm the kids lead at our Sandals Church Palm Avenue campus, and my name is Joel. But as we're exploring nature in the backyard, I like to go by the name Mantis. And this show is all about looking in our backyards and exploring the first realm of nature that's right there. Now, if you guys, it's your very first time joining us, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. But something that I need your help with is all of my entire ecological adventures. I have been looking for, you guys might know it by now, but it's the miniature blue giraffe. And I've been looking for that for my entire journey through ecology and biology and all the ologies. So if you guys happen to see it, it's been seeming to pop up between the second and third species that we've been looking at. But you guys, I know you can find it. So come. I'm so excited for this episode. We have a lot to show you guys and a lot of cool things I'm hoping that we can show you this time around. So here we go. We're gonna go on an adventure into our backyard. All right, let's see. I'm gonna go on the high ground and see what we got here. Oh man, it's rough, kind of rough terrain over here. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Whew. You guys see that thing? Oh. Well, if you guys don't know the feeling, I was just trying to swat away at a housefly. Now, you guys might know houseflies as pests that come into your house, but houseflies are actually pretty interesting and honestly a little gross. But did you know that flies have something called compound eyes? So for us as humans, our eyes, we can only see forward and we can only see what's in front of us. We have to turn our heads forward, backward, if we want to see everything at all angles. But flies, they have compound eyes. And if you've ever seen a fly up close, you can kind of picture their big red, huge eyes, a lot of little dots in them. So those are all different eyes. And because they have so many different eyes, they can see at a 360-degree perspective without even turning their head. Oh my goodness, now that probably makes sense why every time you try to swat a fly, you're getting real close, you're about to swat it, but then he sees you. Well, it's because he can see at 360 degrees without even turning his head. He just sees behind him and on up top, down low. He can see everything at a 360-degree angle. But flies, oh my gosh, flies, they have weird eating habits. So flies, this is actually kind of gross. You might not even want to know what flies actually eat. Ugh. Let me just give you a hint. It rhymes with smotten food or rotten food, or even I'll give you another rhyming word. It rhymes with foop. I'll let you guys do the thinking right there. But it's kind of gross. But flies, the way that they eat, they can't eat solid food. They have to eat liquid. So what they do, and this is kind of really gross, so bear with me if you guys are kind of queasy at the stomach, but they eat the solid food, or they chew the solid food, and then they regurgitate it or spit it out, and then drink. They drink the fluid, which is actually really gross, but it's okay because they're still consumers and they're omnivores, and that's our ecological concept of the day. And I want to introduce that to you because in the last few weeks we've been talking about food chains, and last week we talked about producers, which hopefully you guys remember, but they're plants or anything that can create its own energy. But this week we're talking about consumers. Can you guys say consumers? Yes, so consumers are something called heterotrophs. And if you remember last week, we talked about autotrophs as producers, and autotroph literally means self-nutrition. Now, heterotroph means other. That's what hetero means, and troph means nutrition, so other nutrition. So consumers depend on other things to get their energy. And there's different levels to the consumer. So there's primary consumers, secondary consumers, tertiary consumers. And that just means that how many different things you need to eat to get your fill and to make your tummy full. Isn't that pretty cool? And as we talked about with the fly, there's 3 different types of consumers also, and what their diets look like. So there's herbivores, which I don't know if you guys know what an herbivore is. It's kind of like a vegetarian, except they just eat plants. There's carnivores, and carnivores just eat meat. And omnivores are things that eat pretty much everything. They eat meat, they eat plants, they eat anything that they can get their mouths on. And so a fly is a classic example of an omnivore. Now let's see if we can find any other omnivores as we go through the backyard. And I'm really hoping, I'm wondering if I can find one of our next organism. It's such a bummer, friends. Maybe for this, I saw the species that we're looking for. I saw 2 of them actually. I don't know if I can see it now, but you guys have probably seen it before. We're looking for a Northern Mockingbird. Can you guys say Northern Mockingbird? Oh man, Northern Mockingbirds, I don't know if you've seen them before, but they're a bird they're actually bigger, so maybe some of the small brown birds you see are maybe like that small, but the Northern Mockingbirds are actually pretty big. They're gray, they have pretty long tails, and they tend to make a lot of noise. Oh, no, sorry, heard a bird, not Northern Mockingbird though. And so I'm gonna show you, since I don't know if I can see one in our backyard, I'm gonna show you live on our bird cam. Now let me get our bird cam set up really quick. But Northern Mockingbirds are probably one of the easiest backyard birds, and I promise you, you've seen it before. But let's look at our bird cam to hear what one of these birds sounds like and looks like. So do you see? Right here, the gray bird with the long tail. I don't know if you guys have seen that bird before. So as you might see, this bird kind of it's never quiet. So if you've ever heard a bird that is making very consistent sounds, very loud sounds, and doesn't seem to be quiet, and these Northern Mockingbirds are most birds call in the daytime, but Northern Mockingbirds, they call pretty much whenever they want, and they make all types of irregular calls. So if you hear a Northern Mockingbird, or if you hear a lot of sound, you'll probably have heard or seen a Northern Mockingbird before. Northern Mockingbirds are also, they're a consumer, and they are omnivores as well, because in the summer, they like to eat insects like worms or any type of beetles or anything you can think of that's an insect. And then in the fall and winter, they eat fruit. So they're kind of on a little diet in the fall and winter. They eat their insect protein in the summer, and in the fall and winter, they eat their berries or their fruits. And so they have a diverse diet too, and they're consumers as well. All right, friends, let's look. Oh, I see one more little guy that we can meet. Now, to tell the truth, friends, I don't know if you guys have a pet dog at home. I've never personally had a pet dog, but I would love to talk about what these dogs look like. So this is a little Siberian Husky. I don't know what his name is. He can be, I don't know, Pablo. This is Pablo the Husky. And Pablo the Husky is actually a species of dog. He's a husky. And you might be thinking, Mantis, dogs look very different. There's small dogs, there's big dogs. They all look different. But did you know that all dogs are part of the same species, Canis familiaris? That's kind of where we get our word canine from, is from the Canis familiaris. And all of them they're all part of the same species. Do you guys, it looks like this might be the good time for the blue giraffe to show up. Do you guys see it? I'm like looking, I know last time he was in that tree over there, but I don't know. Maybe if you guys see him, maybe you can type in the comments and let me know, because that would be very helpful, because I've been spending my whole life trying to look for this blue giraffe. Oh my gosh, and I don't even know where he is. Oh, but anyways, all dogs are part of the same species. And even though they look different, they're still part of the same species. If you think about it, even in your family, you might look a lot like your family, but you look different, whether you're a boy or a girl, or they're taller, you're shorter, different facial features, different skin colors, but we're all part of the same species of Homo sapiens. And we all are part of the same species and look different, so it's okay if our dog friends, our canines, look a little bit different too. And so, you might already know this about your dog, but your dog is a consumer as well. And I know my fiance has a dog, and anytime we drop any food, anything, it could be lettuce, it could be a tortilla. He's been really into tortillas lately. Anything, French fries, he eats everything. But you might be able to tell that dog is another omnivore. That means that it eats plants, it eats meat, eats everything. And that might not be a surprise to you, but just in case you didn't know, your dogs like to eat everything, and they're omnivores. Now, friends, you might be thinking, for maybe our older kids, you might be thinking, Mantis, you only showed us omnivores as consumers. Like, where's our where's our meat eater? Or where's our plant eaters? Where are the things that just eat plants? So, friends, the fun thing about consumers, especially in our backyard, is that they need to be very adaptive. As you can see, all backyards are pretty different, and that means there's different animals or different plants in each backyard. So actually being an omnivore is a great adaptation to have, because that means you're not just limited to eating meat, or you're not just limited to eating plants. You can eat anything. For example, your dog maybe would like to eat meat, and maybe it sees, and sadly I love birds, but maybe if it found a Northern Mockingbird and wanted to eat it, it might. That would be, I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen your dog eat a bird, but they can, because they have the teeth for it and everything. That's a whole different episode. But if I was a dog and I knew I had my Purina puppy chow right there on the floor, well, I'm gonna eat that too. So I need to have a diverse diet if I am a backyard animal. And so, friends, our challenge for this week is I want you to find some consumers in your backyard or anywhere that you see nature. I want you to find some consumers, because I have my backyard and it's great. There's a lot of fun stuff, as you guys know, but your backyard is unique. God created all your backyard and the ecosystem that you live in, and that means that there's unique God-created consumers in your backyard as well. And so I would love to see those consumers in your backyard. So this week, friends, if you have time, and I hope you do, I would encourage you to draw a consumer. And that, remember, a consumer is just something that needs to eat something else to get energy. Now, I would encourage you to draw a consumer and tag @SandalsKids and post it on social media, and also hashtag SandalsChurchKidsArt, because that would be so much fun. I would love to see the different consumers in your backyard, and even see you guys exploring your backyards. That would just mean the world to me. Now, friends, there's a bunch of consumers out there, and I'm encouraging you to go explore them, because God created such a big world and such a big, diverse world. And it's a shame if we're just sitting inside and we have a big ecological space to explore. So, friends, that's all I have for you today. And remember, consumers are out there. And thank you for watching another episode of Backyard Biology, where ecological encounters are closer than you may think. Goodbye, friends!